Everybody, listen. Welcome. I'm sorry. I gotta get my little thing I dropped. Welcome into the building. Don't forget, hit that like button. That is your ticket to this train ride, and it's gonna be what a ride. But I'm telling you, I promise y'all, this ride got to be 60 minutes, okay? This is a 60-minute express train ride. We're going to talk about Love and Marriage DC. And let me tell you something. I promise you, I like my reality TV, but I'm going to give it up to Love and Marriage DC because they're giving us a show. To me, they're keeping it real. They're keeping it 100. They're giving us reality TV. Some of these other things, they add the little stuff to it, and it's the same old storyline playing out over and over again. But on Love and Marriage DC, we getting the real, we getting the show, and I'm here for it. I'm loving it. Well, we're about to board this train, okay? We got two riders that are getting on this stop, and I love them. I'm here for it. We got our monthly ticket holder. Hold on, let me bring her in the building. Hey, Robin.
Hey, Diva. Hey, everybody in the chat. I am hanging in there. I got my tea, got the cap on it in case the ride gets a little bumpy. I won't spill.
That part right there, we're gonna hope that this train ride goes smoothly. But there are a little bit of heavy topics to talk about. Well, I'll take that back. There's about two heavy topics to talk about, but we're gonna try our best not to get this train off the track, because these two topics we have to talk about, they are a little emotional. But we got to talk about it. Sometimes you got to have an emotional, right? You got to have an emotional train ride, and it's okay. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through it, and we're going to talk about it. Let me bring our other rider into the building. Hey, Roya. You on mute.
Hey, Auntie Diva. Hey, Auntie Robin. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Doing well.
Got an Listen, guys. Intelligent conversation to have tonight.
Yes, we do. And you know what? We love to have our fun, but sometimes, point blank in a period, we got to deal with reality, right? It's reality TV, and we got to deal with reality because, this was a show. This was a show. And what is this? Is this the third episode or the second?
This is third.
This is the third episode, and they keeping up full steam. They're keeping up full steam, okay? They're not playing. They're keeping up full steam. So let's get into this. We start off the show, and okay, so I'm a snowflake. Winter caught my heart last season. But you know what? Sometimes we don't get to see the full person until we see the full person. And so I will say this, we all make mistakes. Now, coming to Erna at the restaurant, about the kids, I don't care if your kids are 10. I don't care if it's a newborn. I don't care if they're an adult. You lean back. When you want to address and talk about somebody's kids, because that's when they're going to come out, blazing. You can run your mouth, but when you start to run your mouth about their kid, they don't get too kind and happy about that. So I went to have these receipts, on Jason and, talking some other kind of stuff. And Erna just wasn't here for it. So I think Erna, for real, she's done with winter. Okay. Let's see what Shan said. Hey, Shan, winter disappointed me. Yeah, I didn't like she brought the receipts about a child. That's wrong. I think a lot of people are feeling that way, Shan, For sure, for sure. That was a wasted scene. You don't talk about nobody kid, period. She lucky it wasn't me. Oh my. Okay. All right. Well, boom, there it is, right? Now, let's get to this piece where, Ashley, she goes to her childhood home. She go to speak to mommy. She goes to speak to mommy, and mommy's name is Kimberly. Okay. And you know what? I always love seeing, parents and the children, and it's so wild how you see the genes are so strong and they look like, each other, and they just have this contentious relationship. Well, Ashley look like mama, okay? But mama feisty, okay? You want to give it to me? I'm going to give it back to you, okay? So they talked about her book. Similar to Prince Harry, but I'm trying to wrap my mind around how y'all want to say it's therapy. Okay, I'm trying to wrap my mind around how y'all want to call when people want to write all the business in the book that is therapy. But similar to, Prince Harry, Ashley wrote this book. It's a self-help book, or whatever she wants to call it. And she talks about her childhood in there. Then she going to get fresh. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how grown you are. You could be in your 30s, you could be in your 40s, and your mother's in the 60s or the 70s. You don't get cute with mama. She want to tell mama there's a chapter in there about accountability, and you maybe need to read it. I said, let me sit up. Did she just say that? She told mama, you need to read the chapter on accountability. Because you hurt me when I was little. I was in this house and I saw you walk out with a suitcase to go be with your man, and you ain't never come back. You ain't take care of me. And mama said, hold on, stop. Slow your roll, boo. I paid all these bills up in here. You think that at 16, you was just living in this house for free? Like, no, I was paying the bills. And mama said you was 16, you was grown. Now, I don't know. Listen, Kimberly, that's mama's name. Mama Kimberly, I don't know at what point where they do this at, where they call 16 grown, but the last I checked, 16 was not grown. Okay, people out here giving sweet 16 parties. 16 is not grown, Mama Kimberly, but Mama Kimberly, somebody told her that 16 was grown. She said you was good, you was grown. Okay, so she has a lot of guilt about the past, but she said I can't do nothing about the past, and she said I love y'all. You, your sister, all my grandbabies. And she said, if you don't know it, God knows it. So you can go sit down somewhere playing with me. Got time for you. Sitting here trying to act like I ain't love you. Kimberly was totally wrong in that aspect. But the sad thing is I went to school with a young lady and her mother did the same thing. Yeah. Listen, we gonna talk about this. I don't know how she thought 16 was grown. I don't either, but this is Mama Kimberly said. And then she told her, you was bad. Okay, you getting on me, you coming in here judging me and everything. She said, you was bad. Okay, she said, you was bad. And then, Ashley pretty much talked about, this shaped her life. When her mother left her there to fend for herself at 16, it shaped and changed her life. And I do believe that. Come on now. Your mama's going at 16 and you see her leave with a suitcase and you looking up like, well, what am I supposed to do? And she was going grocery shopping. She was spending for herself. Different girlfriends was moving in and out. It was a mess. Okay. And the mother said, like I said, she said, I paid these bills up in here. And her mom started crying. And she said, listen, we all make mistakes. All of us make mistakes, and that is true. And this is said so many times. So many times it is said that there is no book on parenthood. You got to figure this thing out when you figure it out. And unfortunately, your children are the test dummies. Sometimes you pass the test. Sometimes you fail the test. But whether you pass or fail doesn't mean that you don't love the kid. So we're going to go around the room here, and we're going to start with Auntie Robin. What did you think with this whole scene with Ashley, her mom, and Ashley telling her mom, you need to read the chapter on accountability? Mother said, I ain't got to read nothing. What are your thoughts?
It felt like this was the first time Ashley was having this conversation with her mother. It felt like she was empowered, if you will, by being on TV. Then she put these words down, and because she wrote them down, that's her gospel. And she was going to call her mother on the carpet be accusatory instead of having a conversation, a dialogue to understand. Ashley's doing fine right now, on the outside at least. And too bad she didn't find something that was a little bit more constructive. Now we know mom was out of pocket. You don't leave a 16-year-old. We also don't know how that 16-year-old, I mean, let me see. There's no excuse for it, but Ashley seemed like she was grown acting. See, I don't believe she was grown, but she probably was grown acting. And that was sad for her to lose any bit of her teen years, which is still your childhood. But I want to hit on your girl Winter. We gave her a chance. We were pulling for her from the first season. She seemingly is in a better space in that she's rid of that man that she was married to, that she didn't even know wish that he lived in the basement of his mama's house. But then she came with the nonsense. She's like, I feel like she's replaced Monique in the sense that she seems like she got gassed up. We can't do this season without you. You're central to this, and I'm gonna hype you up enough that you're gonna be foolish enough to put whatever goodwill that you earned and that is in the bank with people, and you're just gonna squander it on these what you want to call receipts, which is nothing but pure D gossip. Go on.
So, okay, yeah, we was rooting for Winter. She said Guther Barbies, which is interesting. But that was Guther behavior.
Absolutely.
But we'll carry on. Now, Shan said, "Can we discuss Diva's Court on what is a bad child? Because for some people, a bad child is just someone having their own opinion. God forbid, it's BS. LOL. Listen, you know what? That is something to discuss too. Like, what do you consider bad? I mean, I guess that it all depends on who you're talking to. Fed said Ashley has an entitlement attitude. Yeah, Ashley was still hurting, and if our mother really and if her mother really knew her kid, she would have known that and did what she needed to do to help heal that hurt that she caused. So see, here's the thing, Chi-Town. Let me say this: nobody's a mind reader. Nobody's, not even your parents. So the thing is that sometimes you got to verbalize what you feeling. Now her mother felt that the fact that she kept paying that rent or mortgage or whatever, kept a roof over her head, she was eating. It was like, you ain't there alone, girl. I ain't leave you destitute and starving on the corner now. You was in this house, you was doing what you was doing, and I was doing what I was doing, but I was paying you ain't never get no eviction notice. And she said, I paid for your broadcasting school. So pretty much everything that Ashley wanted, it seems like, to the best of the money, on the mother's ability, she did it. Warrior, you step in. What are your thoughts?
Okay, we're gonna jump to the beginning real quick for a second. We're gonna open up with Erna and Winter. I would like to first start off by saying, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And so I just want to applaud.
But you know what, Roy, I'm gonna let you go on, but this is a point here. This is the point. Listen, the people got to bring me back. Thank you for this point. Winter did not want to read her receipts on camera. She attempted to give the phone to Erna so she could choose to or not read it out loud. Erna insisted that Winter read the receipts. I mean, what are your thoughts? Come on, go ahead, Roy.
As I said, when someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them. Winter was messy when she came on this first season, and Winter has continued to be messy. What was necessary to talk about that? It wasn't like somebody was cheating. It wasn't like there was any infidelity. Excuse me. It wasn't like there was something inappropriate that was going on that Erna needed to know emergently. Like, this was a waste of time. It was a waste of energy. It was a waste of a scene. It was negative. What you said wasn't no kind of tea. It wasn't anything that was like, oh my gosh, like they said, he had to be sent off. Why would we keep him locked up in the house? Like, it was BS to me. And so Winter can just twirl on somewhere else. Yeah, I'm done with her for this one. And then we move into Ashley and the mom. So thank you. Diva, I love what you said. You made a very valid point. parents are not mind readers. And my
Right.
dad used to tell me that all the time. And I had to learn to come to a place to really um learn to come to my parents as an adult and
Mm-hmm.
express to them what has happened or how I feel or whatever the case may be in
Mm-hmm.
order to get a different result than what we are currently getting.
That
And
part.
I think Ashley is a perfect example of what Iyama and Emmanuel reminded us a couple of weeks ago. Your what was it? Your basically your words diminish your remember
Your action diminish your words or something
there
like
you
that.
go. There you
Yes.
go. Her actions, her drama, her extraness, it diminishes everything that she's trying to bring to the picture to tell her mother. Because I'm not going to sit here and deny what Ashley is saying is not hurtful. I mean, I couldn't imagine my parents just leaving the house when I'm 16 and like figure it out. You know,
Right.
great, the bills are paid and everything. But just because your bills are paid, I still have questions. I'm going through puberty at this age. You know,
Right.
things are happening. It's a lot. And so she makes very valid points, but the attitude in which she came in, it was just a no. She was very disrespectful. I think the difference between Prince Harry and her, Prince Harry was locked up and shut up every opportunity he tried to make his voice heard.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley has had opportunities to make her voice heard. So
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. So Chi-Town said, Diva, I understand what you're saying, but we all know it's more to parenting than just financial. See, some people don't. It seems like Ashley really needed that love, support, guidance from her mother, which she didn't get. Because maybe her mother didn't get it and she don't know how to give it. But maybe her mother felt like, because everybody thinks differently. That's the thing, right? Maybe her mother thought, because I kept a roof over your head, and maybe her mother suffered some similar things growing up, and maybe her mother got left to fend for herself financially and emotionally. So she figured, hey, you getting this some financial support. I ain't leave you alone. You wanted to go to broadcasting school. I paid for it. Everything that Ashley wanted, it seemed like her mother gave it to her. Okay. So my thing is that when you choose, I mean, I guess, yes, right. Her friend Alicia, and we're going to get to that scene. Her friend Alicia said it best. You might have to just accept that that's your mother's truth.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to get what you're looking for from her. But you got to understand that people love you the best way that they can. And it's your mother. And then she says she hasn't been there in 20 years. I couldn't figure out, does she just hasn't been to the house in 20 years, or she hasn't even seen her mother in 20 years. Like, I was trying to figure that out. Maybe I think she just hasn't been to the house in 20 years. Because the mother did say, I love you, I love my grandkids, or whatever. And let's be clear, when Ashley got pregnant, that mother left that man and came back and helped Ashley and helped her with the baby. So I think that the mother was loving her the only way that she knew how. You understand? I must be a snowflake. I believe when she said she just wanted to let Erna know off camera what people who are probably in her inside circle are spreading about her and her family. Okay, so I understand. I hear you. I do hear you. But see, here's the thing, right? Just like Karen, Giselle, and all of them, there's some stuff that they really agree not to bring to the show. But if you go gutter low with me and the camera's on, then all bets are off. I want to say, who was it? Who also recently? Remember they had a pat. They had a pat. I can't remember.
Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Love and Marriage Huntsville. Thank you, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Love and Marriage Huntsville had a pact. We're not going to talk about XYZ. So my thing is, you got to say to yourself, you got to have your own discernment, so to speak, and say to yourself, you know what? I want to be on this show. I know it got to be some drama, but this
Yep.
right here, y'all can keep these receipts because I'm not going to do nothing with them. That's just my thought process on it, Robert. I don't know how you feel. And I'm also thinking too, when it comes to this reality TV and kind of outing your mother on reality TV, I'm not really here for it. We got what's the name did it on Roa. What is her darn name? Marlo did it on Roa, right? Mia did it on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Now Ashley is
And
doing it
Ashley.
on huh?
And Ashley on Potomac
That's
as well.
right. And Ashley on Potomac as well. Now Ashley's doing it on Love and Marriage Huntsville. You can't find another way to go talk to your parent and say, hey, you know what? Growing up, there's some things that I didn't like that went down. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about it. Just because, and maybe your parent is not that type of person that's going to talk about it, but do you think that putting them on the cameras is going to make them feel soft and pink, and now all of a sudden they're going to confess to you when you got cameras in their face? I don't know.
You know what? In each of these instances that we have mentioned, I'm struck by two things. The first of them is still really trying to understand the motivation behind these people just outing their parents.
Right.
The next thing I wonder is um, why they are seemingly so harsh and brash about it.
Right.
And then finally, is it a way to deflect? Because there is certainly a way that Ashley could have presented her experience of her mother leaving the home at 16 when she was 16 and all the stuff that went on, um, without being so combative, even though,
Yes.
she's fighting the feelings. But the truth, you know what? Yeah, she was 16 when she got pregnant. That's what made her mother say she was grown, that wasn't parenting her. But anyway, I digress.
Well, that part too,
Yes,
right?
there's something in the dynamics of this whole reality world that makes people actually, in as much as they believe they're bringing their issues to the forefront, they're
Hmm.
not really being accountable themselves to
That
where
part.
they are now. And if they could take where they are now and find a way to bring it to the fore more
Hmm.
productively, then we wouldn't be so feel the pain ourselves.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, Obi, thank you for that information. And that's interesting. And that's good to know, right? He says,
Hmm.
Paula, Winter and Arena in the present are very cool, likely even more than her and Ashley. I think because Ashley and her and Arena fell out over, the Quicks calling, the Silvers calling, Jamie Jr. bad. Tiffany said, but it isn't outing. This is their story experience. Maybe this was the only way for them to get it out. You know what, Tiffany? I see what you're saying. So I'm kind of
Me
like
too.
on both sides of the fence. I'm just very, very old school when it comes to stuff like that. I wouldn't bring my mama on the TV. Um, I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it.
And
I wouldn't do it. That's just
I
me
kind of
though.
feel, I'm sorry. I kind of feel like Tiffany and I are saying the same thing. Um, I'm calling it out and we're calling it outing. And I also said that, yeah, it would be nice if they could find a more productive way to address the issue.
Right.
So I don't know, I think that we're probably saying about the same thing.
Probably so. Probably so. Yeah. And then it says, let me see here. Cynthia said, or that actually kids will appreciate her style looking back on the experience. Often people do their best that they can with the tools that they have. Cynthia, that's what
Hmm.
I think I'm saying. I'm connecting to that. You can't
Exactly.
expect to get something that somebody don't even have. If they don't have it in them, they don't have it in them. They can't give you what they don't have in them. And you can kick, scream, holler. You can beat them down with a stick and keep recycling the past. But I'm not one to recycle the past too much either. I'm not one to do that. Like after a while, I'm just like, you know what? I gotta let it go.
Hmm.
Because you can't change the past. And but I'm a big proponent. I think I told y'all before. I read a lot of these books. He was a motivational speaker. He has since passed, but his name was Dr. Wayne Dyer. And he was like, you gotta live in the now. You can't change the past. You don't know if you're gonna have the future, but you got this moment right here. What are you gonna do with this moment right here? So, I would have told mom, you know what, I was hurt. But I'm willing for us to, let that go and see, like she holding on to the past, she's impacting her future. Her and her mother can't
Hmm.
even have a good future because and a good now because she's still wrapped around, I want this apology. But I think no matter which way her mother say the apology, she's still gonna be hurt because she
Yeah.
got a hell within. That's just my thought. Any more thoughts before we move on to the next scene?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. So Joy and Clifton. Now,
Mm.
see, a lot of y'all know them from Ready to Love. I had stopped watching Ready to Love. I think I fell off of Ready to Love. Remember the scene? I mean, she was a beautiful girl too. I don't know why I'm thinking like I'm like a big kid, but it was the young lady who I think a family member passed while she was doing the show, and so she had to leave.
That
And
was
when
the,
go
that was
ahead.
the resort. That was the resort season. It was Joy.
Yes. Okay. Yes. She had to leave. And then the guy who was liking her, he ended up leaving too. But that
Mm-hmm.
guy was kind of playing two girls at the time. I didn't like that. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch yes, Joy. Thank you, Tony. I was like, I bowed out after that season. Because when I seen the way that he was moving and shaking and how he was kind of playing both of them, and then it was that girl there that kind of was saying information that Joy said, and she didn't even say it was
Crazy Denise.
that part.
I don't know why I
It
know
was
these
just
people.
teen too much for me, and I fell off from Ready to Love, so I didn't get to really meet Joy and Clifton. Like I would watch Ready to Love if I remember it was on, whatever. So many people are disconnected from Joy and Clifton because of Ready to Love. I'm only really getting to know them from Love and Marriage DC. I will tell you this: Joy is absolutely beautiful. I like aesthetically. I think she's a gorgeous woman. I really like her, and I feel like she is really in love with Clifton. And you know what? She's something different, right? Because she doesn't want this big hoopla of a wedding. Usually you get the females, they want the big wedding, they want all that. It's like he wants it.
Mm-hmm.
That's something different. I'm like, okay, wow, never experienced that. She seems like the economical one. Like she's like, listen, and she's not beat the kind of dude on TV. She's like, we met on TV, we got engaged in TV. I want something for us. So I'm liking her. I like her style, like the way she styles her hair. I don't know, something about her that I like. I have to get to know her through Love and Marriage DC, because I just don't know her like that, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
he's coming out with this beard oil, which I think is genius. Like, yeah, go ahead, do your thing. Listen, I'm all for when they get on these shows, do the entrepreneur thing. I think that's what they should use this platform for, right? Do the entrepreneur thing. So I'm liking that they went together, to go see about the oil and all of that. So Michelle said yes, they were definitely in love, and that's rare. That's rare. A man want a for a man to want a big wedding. Yes. So yeah. So I'm here for those two, and I'm ready to see how things are gonna go. Now we got the previews, and we know that it's gonna get a little rah rah, but I'm here for it. And then the next thing I want to add in is that Alicia is Ashley's good girlfriend. Okay, good girlfriend. And so they're having a conversation, and Ashley is kind of telling Alicia, like, listen, I went and spoke to my mom, and this happened, XYZ. And Alicia, pretty much to me, this is a good girlfriend. She gave us sound advice. She's like, look, girl, that's your mom. It is
Mm-hmm.
who it is. I moved in with you. I lived with you for a while. This one lived with you for a while. I mean, the time was the time. But now you have Ashley, I think, is missing out on her now. You have a good husband.
Mm-hmm.
You have your kids. You have this amazing opportunity. You're in your 30s. You wrote your book. I mean, you live in this moment because you can't change that moment. And like you said, it made you who you are. It definitely did, because all of our experience make us who we are. We are the sum of our experiences. We are the sum of our thoughts. But I just wish that she could put a spin on how she wants to keep replaying the experience that she had at 16 with her mom. But anyway, her girlfriend talks to her, and I thought that was cute. And I also thought it was nice that Quick, was trying to plan the surprise birthday party with Alicia for Ashley, even though she's like, I ain't surprised. But I mean, I thought it was cute that they was doing that, right? And the other cute scene was, and see, this is what I like. This is what I want from reality TV, right? The other cute scene that I thought was that Arena mom lives with, because that's her mom, right? Not his mom.
Right.
Arena mom lives with Jamie Sr. and Arena, and it's not this contentious thing. I think it's so cute. Mom was cooking breakfast. I thought their conversation was really nice. I was here for it. I was enjoying that moment. And I was like, you know what? It's nice to see stuff like that. Here you have your husband, and he's not mad that your mom is living there. He's not trying to stress you out. He's not like, when she gonna go? He was like, I love you. He said, you need to eat too. You ain't got to feed me. That's old school. You eat. Let's all eat, and let's just have a good time. And he's retired now. He's retired, and he's living his best life. So we'll talk about those two scenes really quickly. Actually three scenes. It's Joy and Clifton, Alicia and Ashley, and Erna, her mom, and Jamie Sr. What are your thoughts? I'll start with you this time, Roy.
Okay, that beginning scene with Ash or Clifton and Joy. Clifton and Joy are a very interesting couple to me, and I'm trying to place my finger on them, and I haven't placed my finger on them yet. It's just something that's off. Something is off. I'm just sorry. I don't know if it's coming off fake. I don't know if maybe this is just the reality of real TV. I don't know, but it's just something that's off with them. I really want to like their love and their chemistry, but it's just something that's just off to me.
Not liking something. Oh,
I think I know what it is.
Okay, maybe you can give me that answer, because I'm just, something ain't it.
They connecting with you, Roy. Yeah, they connecting with you.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I was trying to connect the black love, Roy. See, you messy.
Okay, I got it. Here it is.
Okay, wait, let her finish, Robert. I'm gonna come to you.
Listen, as much as she be getting on my nerves, listen, I'm a good judge of character, honey, and I know when something ain't right when it ain't right, okay? No, but yeah, I mean, I want to love their love. I want to love it because it seems so authentic. It seems so real, but then it's just something that just, it start off good and then it just fall off. Like, just something don't be right. But yes, I love that they went down to the little oil spot, got all the little oils and that was reality TV for me. Like you said, Diva, Love and Marriage franchise, Carlos King, you giving us reality TV now. I love these natural, real life scenes. I love it. And then shout out to the Black businesses for Black History Month. Yes. So then we move on to Ashley and her girl, for her best friend. Like you said, Diva, love, is it Alicia?
Yes.
I love Alicia. She is real. She is genuine. She is an honest, go ride or die friend. Like, I love it. I love it. So Ashley definitely has a good girl in her corner. And I think that Ashley actually knows it. And I love that she treats her friend with respect.
Yes.
She actually tries to take in what her friend says and take a hold to it. So I love that. Excellent scene. And then lastly, Erna, Jamie Sr., and Mama Jamie.
And Mommy.
Let me say this.
Yes.
Jamie Jr.'s mommy-son relationship is very reflectional of Jamie Sr.'s mommy-son relationship.
But wait, is that his mom or that's her mom?
That's his mom.
I thought that was her mom.
I thought it was her mom.
I thought it was his mom, because she called her Mama T when she came downstairs in the kitchen.
Yeah, I thought that was okay. We're gonna have to find out.
Chat. Tell us, chat.
Yeah, tell us, chat. But some people said that's Serena's mom. It's his. Fed said it's his mom.
It's her mom. Oh,
somebody said it's her mom. I thought it was her mom. Y'all cluing us. Y'all supposed to get us on track here. Somebody in the chat
help us out
and give us the facts. Help us out
and bring it back to the chat, please.
Yes.
But anyways, Mama said, "Listen, I done slaved over this stove. What y'all not gonna do is let this food get cold, okay? Get y'all rear ends down here to this kitchen and eat this breakfast I done made. Come on." And then I love how at the end she said, "My mama taught me to feed the family first and then you eat." He said, "Mama, it's 2022. It's all right. Come on and eat, Mom."
Yeah.
But I love the
listen, it's like
genuine.
50-50 in the chat. Someone's saying it's his mom. Thank you, Dr. Love. She
Thank
gonna
you,
let
Dr.
you know.
Love.
Some saying it's her mom. Yeah, it's his mom, Diva. Listen, y'all, give us a fact. Yes,
Yes.
yes. But you know what though? Either way, well, you know what though? That's a testament to the mom and their relationship that we don't even know
You
whose
don't
mom
even know
it is.
exactly. Yes.
Amen.
And I was
Okay.
just getting ready to say, Diva, the love in that house is really
Woo!
genuine.
Yes,
It
it
is
is.
genuine love in that
Facts.
house. It is very unfortunate that Jamie Jr. and Jamie Sr. have such a chaotic relationship. And
Yeah.
it's a lot deeper than what we are seeing on the surface. But I think
Mhm.
we're going to get into that a little bit later on. But Auntie Robin, you go ahead.
Okay. Well, I want to start with the issue that about Joy and Clifton. Wait, before I
Okay.
say that, the thing that is unique about this show is that there aren't a whole lot of forced relationships and friendships. So
Mm,
that's the foundation. Let's start there.
yes. But
Now,
you know
Joy,
what, Auntie Robin, I'm gonna let you finish. But
yeah,
you want to know what though? They were really all brought together not knowing each other.
Mm,
That's the weird part about it.
that
really?
is.
Yeah, they didn't know each other. No, they did
Monique
not.
introduced all of them to each
Yep.
other.
Yep.
Well, guess what? They real friends for real
It
though.
worked. It
Yeah,
worked.
it worked.
It
They're
worked.
It
friends.
worked. It
So
worked.
they have a great dynamic and it's
Yes.
believable. See, so I enjoy that. The issue about Joy and Clifton, part of what is probably ruffling your feathers, Royer, is the fact that they are last minute additions to the show. They were not going to be on the show, but when the Monique and what's his name, when they fell off, they
Uh-huh.
filled the spot because they felt like they needed to have another
Another
couple.
couple.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
just to give you the history that I recall, Joy and Clifton, when they met on the set of Ready to Love, the very first day, the very first day, they just honed in on each other. They spent the bulk of their time. The very first day, they chose each other. And I am willing to say that I believe that it was love at first sight for real.
Mm.
They played the game throughout, but it was always very clear to us, to everybody else on the show, that it was a
Mm.
Joy and Clifton show. It was just them. They weren't featuring anybody else. And even in the end, Joy is very territorial. She is 100% not a girl's girl. She is
Mm.
Maybe
not a
that's what
girl's
it
girl.
is. Maybe that's what, and
That's
because
what
it's
it is.
mostly joy for me. It's joy for me. For your name to be Joy, it does not give the
She can be combative,
resounding effect that I feel. You know.
very
Mm,
territorial, and she can be combative because of it. And we
yeah.
saw that, just to recap parts of what happened on Love and Marriage. I mean, on Ready to Love, is that she didn't like at some point, like I said, they both played the game to the end, and even had, like, Clifton had at least one woman believing that he had an interest in her, but he was just playing the game. And in the end, when Joy found out
Mm.
things that he had said to this other woman and things he had done for this other woman, she
Mm.
became the Tasmanian devil. And that's when people
Mm.
turned on her at the reunion. So that's it. Joy is not a girl's girl at all. And that's the problem. He's
Well,
more
you can
affable.
kind of tell the way she was looking at Sharrell. She
Hmm.
was giving her the deaf, deep, double eyes. Like if the eyes could have burnt her through her soul, like when they was at that pink party or whatever.
Yep,
I don't know how old Joy is, but I will say to me, aesthetically on the outside, she's beautiful. She's
absolutely
beautiful.
gorgeous.
I like the way she does her hair. I like the way she carries herself. I like her look. But you know what? It's unfortunate when you have such a bad attitude. That doesn't roll with. Oh, somebody said like 41, 42. She looks good then. She looks good. But go ahead, continue, Robin, because you got the two other scenes to talk about.
Okay. Well, I wrote
Ashley
something.
and
Okay, so
girlfriend.
Ashley is very, I think that Ashley is suffering an embarrassment of riches, and she doesn't know her pockets are overflowing. I
Mm,
think that part of her issue, in addition, I believe everything that she's feeling is exactly what she's feeling about her mom and her upbringing and how she felt abandoned by her mother
mm,
physically and emotionally. And I kind of feel like part of her resentment that's building and built to the top now has to do with the kind of mother she is, because she is every bit the mother she wished she had. And in being able to be that mother she wished she had, when she looks at her mother, she's like, why couldn't you have done this for me? And she's not over that. And I believe that's the biggest part of it, because again, she has love, she has genuine friendships and connections. She's really good and she's beautiful.
Yeah, she is. She really
Now,
is.
on
Go
and
ahead.
about the Jamie's family,
Mm-hmm.
what I enjoyed about it is from my own experience, because when we moved to the States, after a while, we all lived together. My family, my brother, my parents, and I, with my grandmother. And I think that when we first lived with my grandmother, my father was stationed somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And until she died, we all lived together. It was wonderful. My grandmother, she
Mm-hmm.
did that thing. She cooked when she was in the house, because she was
Mm-hmm.
a domestic, and so she wasn't home every night. And I have to tell you, I'm smiling. I hope you can hear it in my voice. But I remember my father saying that he had the most perfect mother-in-law in the world.
Oh,
And so that was very reminiscent. That was good feels for me on
that's
that.
beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So I mean, and then talk about the scene with Arena, the mom, and Jamie Senior.
That's pretty much that. That's kind of what I was alluding to.
Oh,
When we would, because especially like just really quickly, like my dad. There was at one point when my dad was stationed somewhere in Jersey, but
uh-huh.
he would stay on the base and come home on the weekends. And on the weekends, I just remember sitting around the kitchen table with my grandmother, my parents, and whoever else was around. And it was just a lot of just talk. My father was a smack talker, and it was just a lot of just chatter and laughter. So it was, again, those were my good feels. So I just, it brought back good memories, and they're fine. Don't anybody say anything bad about them, because she a good mama, grandmama.
She is, and you know what? It was a heartfelt scene. It
Yeah.
really was. It was a heartfelt scene because that's just like a mother. They good and grown, and she like, yo, y'all better get downstairs and eat this breakfast I done made. Get you
And
something
the
to
other
taste.
things, that relationship she has with little Jamie, also really
Yep.
interesting, because sometimes what happens is, even though little Jamie is Jamie Jr. is in and out of the house,
Mm-hmm.
um, but you get that very interesting relationship with the grandparent. Because
Yep.
I remember I used to sometimes, even though we all lived in the same house, I would just try to like have my grandmother to myself. And I remember I would do things, I was really mean sometimes, because I was really selfish. I really loved my grandmother. And I was like, okay, Mama Bernice, we're gonna have a special lunch tomorrow. And so I would do stuff like make something I knew my mother didn't like, so it would just be me and my
Oh,
grandmother.
you messy.
My grandmother's like, Robin, you should really invite your mother to join us. So there's a special
Like,
bond that happens there. Y'all just, yeah.
stop being messy. But I mean, I love their dynamics. I love their family, and I'm enjoying watching Love and Marriage season. She
Yes.
seems like a very loving and relatable mother. She really does. She really does. And not for nothing, not to knock anybody else, but it's showing us something different in a mom versus Miss Wanda. I hate to say it. It's
It's true.
showing us something different versus Mama Joyce. We're getting to see what you kind of can relate to and what you would expect from a mother and a grandmother, so to speak.
It's
So
true.
give it up for Mama T. That part. Okay, we feeling her. We feeling her. And listen, give it up to them as a family where we don't even know who mother she is. Okay, we don't know
Because
she.
I'm sitting here looking
I know
hard
you.
and I ain't got nothing.
I see you doing that research. You ain't playing. Listen. But the point is, I promise you, we got to give it up to them. I think, but I don't know because I would have to go back and listen again because there were some other things that happened with that scene between Winter and Arena. But I thought she said you moved your mom in um to help, because y'all wanted to run the streets while Jason was there or whatever she tried to say. I thought she said you moved your mom in, but I could be wrong. But either way, I love the way he loves her. I love the way the both of them love Mama T. Whoever Mama T belongs to, I love it. I'm here for it, right? And Michelle says she dig it too. Yes, Mama T and the family, give it up, give it
Yeah,
up,
I
okay?
love it.
Michelle is looking too. So Tiffany's saying period point blank, pretty much. That's her mom. Thank you, Tiffany. All right. So, but it was an amazing scene. So you know what, Carlos, we're gonna give it up to you. Carlos, outside of doing your shows, you know, you messy, but the shows, you coming through. You giving us TV. Love and Marriage Huntsville, you giving us TV. Love and Marriage DC, you giving us TV. But see, you know what, Carlos? Not that many people are into Love and Marriage DC. Why don't you promote in these streets your show and get the ratings up?
Instead of being messy talking about Bravo and what's going on over there.
That part.
Amen.
That part right there. Okay? Don't mess this
Hey.
one up. That's what he need to do. Both promote your shows. Get your people out there in these streets. I mean, come on, Carlos. We got to tell you what to do now. You trying to tell Andy what to do, and we got to tell you what to do. Promote your shows.
Can I tell you this, Steve?
Yes.
I'm laughing because I think in songs sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I put it in the chat because when you started out today, even though you said you're going to be serious, when you start going lean back, and I was like, now do the rock and wear. And just now, but then just now when you said, you know, when you were yelling at Carlos just now, I started singing that old song, clean up your own backyard. I can't believe I think in song a lot. Forgive me, y'all.
They need to do some YouTube interviews. Yeah, Dr. Love, tell them to come over here. I'm trying to get them over here. Okay, but yes, I do love, all jokes aside, love the family dynamics, for sure, for sure. So now we got to talk about Ashley's birthday party. Let me throw out all this stuff, and then we're going to talk about you know, how we felt about Quick's decision that he made. Okay, so Espark, thank you so much for the super chat. Truly appreciate it. The scene between Ashley and her mother was one of the most honest conversations from both sides I've seen on reality TV in a long time. I agree with Jamie Sr. about his son. Quick just met Jamie Jr. All right, Espar, you got us talking about something. So I understand, you know what, Espar, I'm going to give everybody this, right? I do understand that it was an honest conversation. I get that. I'm going to give you that. It was an honest conversation. I just don't know if that honest conversation needed to happen with cameras in their face, but that's just me. Because I felt like the end of the conversation, it wasn't really any resolution. So I don't know. I have to think about this a little bit more. I'm going to continue to think about this. I'm not sure. I'm like on the fence with this situation, but I'm going to think about it a little more. And you said you agree with Jamie Sr. about his son. Quick just met Jamie Jr. Well, we about to talk about this because it's a lot. It's a lot. But Espar, thank you for the super chat. Truly appreciate it. Are you going to be reviewing Bell Collective? So Juice Radio and Talk Show. I did not watch Bell Collective from the beginning. A lot of people have been asking me about that. I feel like I would have to go back and watch so many seasons. And I don't know if I got that many hours in my life to go back and catch up on all of those seasons in order to recap it. But I heard it was really good. Do you watch that, Raya?
I watched the first season, but then when they moved to the second season, they changed so much of the cast out that like starting over again. So, I mean, I think they're only on their third or fourth season, I think. So it's not that far, but I really enjoyed the first season. I think it got a little too out of hand, and so some people decided not to come back or were not asked to come back. But yeah, it's a very good show. I like it.
Okay, so I'm maybe I'll get into it. I have to see. I don't agree with it only because I went through that before with one of our kids. It's no joke. Are you talking about the conversation, Michelle, that Ashley and her mom had? Just update me and let me know. There's only 2 seasons. Okay, so I will only have to catch up on 2 seasons. It's interesting. Okay, I may try it. I may try it. Somebody asked me about the Housewives in New Jersey. I don't know if I'm doing that. I have to think about it because there's too much going on there, and I don't know if I want all that energy. You know what I mean? I don't mind having some energy, but when the whole show is just energy and energy and energy, it tugs away at me too much, and I don't know if I want to do that. All right, so let's get back to this birthday party. One, I love the way Quick always is thinking about Ashley, right? He wants to throw her this birthday party. They're saying they're short season. Okay, I'm gonna try. I may try. he always wants to, make sure he's doing right by her. So he wants to throw her a surprise birthday party. Now, I will say this: Jamie Sr. at this birthday party, he was lit.
Yes.
He was lit.
Everybody was lit.
Everybody was lit, but Jamie
Quick was lit.
He was lit. He was lit, but Jamie was lit. Okay, so if Quick got one lit, Jamie got two. If Quick had two, then Jamie had three.
Oh no, I think they was on the same lit, Diva, because the fact that we'll get to it.
Okay, we'll get to it. Okay, so so they at the birthday party, and unfortunately, Alicia was in an accident that totaled her car. Alicia was in an accident that totaled her car. Now the assistant, I'm trying to give the assistant a break. What's the assistant's name? What would be her name?
Brittany.
Is her name Brittany?
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
Brittany.
I'm gonna need
Chad. Yeah, I think that was her name.
Okay, I need Brittany to get it together. I do. Brittany, the cameras are rolling, Brittany.
She thought they was off scene. Look, she thought look, she was like me backstage the whole time running the show and ain't no camera.
and we both stupid. We like, why they saying the show ain't start?
Chad was matching up for a long time though. I was like, okay,
Woo! Yeah, see, Chi-Town said Jamie was lit. Okay, Jamie was lit, but the assistant, told Quick that Alicia was in an accident. He was like, okay, but is she all right? Dude, the car is totaled. Okay, he's like, but she good? She all right? All right. Well, we're not gonna tell Ashley right now. We're gonna tell her later, right? And then Erna at one point she did tell the group that listen, Joy is mad at y'all. She's mad because she told Black this. His name is Black, and his wife's name is Sharrell. Told Black, listen, Joy is mad at y'all. Why? What's going on with that? And Black said, listen, I used to talk to one of her friends. Then I broke up with her friend. They always want to say they broke up. But the breakup be a blurred line. It'd be lies. Okay?
It'd be messy is what it be.
It'd be messy. Thank you, Roy. It'd be messy, okay? So, you was dating a girlfriend, and then Sharrell comes along, and then you break up with the girlfriend, and the days don't lie. Something ain't right about it, okay? On the 1st of January, you met Sharrell, and then on the 2nd, you broke up with her girlfriend. Like, something ain't right.
It's giving Block energy. I swear he looks just like Candy's baby daddy.
Who Block? He giving us something. He's shady though, but at the end of the day, look, he was like, I don't know what her problem is. I don't know. We was in a group together. It didn't work out. And then Sharrell's like, and I went and I liked the picture. And then I was blocked. Why am I blocked? You blocked Sharrell because she don't like you. Now, come on, Sharrell, don't act stupid here. You know how this social media thing go. I don't like you, I block you. You can't see my business. You can't see my stuff, okay? You was with my girlfriend's man when they were still together, and guess what? I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got no love for you, okay? So Block want to sit there act like he all innocent. I don't know what happened. You know what happened, Block, because you did it. I'm saying Block. You got me calling him Block. His name is Black right here.
It's giving Block energy. The lies.
Okay. His name is Black. So anyway, that happened, right? Now, Jamie Sr., Jamie Sr., he's very old school. I will say that. He's very old school. Because you old school don't make it right. He said Jamie Jr. is a spoiled, rotten brat. He said he'd been born this way. He said these kids these days, they not built like we were. Okay, he keeps trying to have Quick connect with him, but Quick sitting there like, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so he keeps saying, these kids ain't built like us. They spoiled, they rotten. And he pretty much saying that, Jamie Jr. is just a stunt. He just like to do stunts. He just like to do shows and performances. Okay, he said Jamie Jr. been saying he was going to do something to himself since he was 16. He said, I ain't got time for him. He playing games. Then he said, Jamie got arrested then. And then he said, I thought he was getting his life together. And then at 21, he gets arrested again. I'm not beat for Jamie in his games. And then as he was talking, he's taking back the shots, Somebody should have took the shots out of his hand. And then he said to Jamie and Quick, y'all gonna shut up. Y'all don't know my son. I'm telling you, he's spoiled. He's messy. He got to get his life together. And Raina just sitting there because she don't know how to control it. And Raina's going to have a time on her hands. You know why? The man is retired now. Woo. So you must, child, and Raina better get her life ready.
Messing up her routine for 25 years. Oh, my Lord Jesus.
Okay. This man retired.
He's going to have to find a job or something.
He's going to have to find something. But I'm going to enroll. You know how you enroll the kids in the kindergarten and preschool? No, honey, you better enroll your husband in something.
Listen.
Yoga
adult
class,
daycare.
Huh?
Adult daycare. There you go.
Adult daycare.
And let the bus come pick him up. Let
the little short bus.
Woo, somebody hashtag adult daycare. Let the bus come pick him up. But you got to get out of here. Go play bingo, Uno with them, and I'll see you at 3:00 when the center closed. I can't be doing this. Oh God, we're gonna see you at 3:00. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So and then Ashley spoke up and was like, "Listen, this thing is real. You gotta take it seriously because at 16 I tried to do it, and then 20 years later I tried to do it again. And he's crying out for help. You need to take it seriously." And pretty much, Jamie Sr. was like, "Stop. I know my kid. Y'all just met him yesterday. So y'all need to calm down." Okay. So then, finally at the end of the night, at the end of the party, Quick, he pulls Ashley outside because he's, Ashley is mad that her girlfriend didn't make it. Now, this is the little bit for me. If my bestie wasn't at my party, I would have been like dogging her phone up. Like, girl, where you at?
That part. But I feel like she was. He realized it, and then that's when he had to let her know what was going on. That's
okay. I'll accept that because she did, because it was a scene between the assistant, him, and her, and she was like, where is she? Where's my best friend?
Yeah.
Right. But now let me tell you where Ashley got wild out her mouth. When she was mad, she didn't want to bust down the cameras. I give her that. She didn't want to
She was ready to bust the windows out the walls. Do you hear me?
She wasn't going to disrespect her husband on that camera, but she was pissed. She was pissed. She was like, "No, I'm not all right. I'm not all right." And she was like, "You wouldn't know because you ain't got no friends." I said,
No, she didn't say he ain't got no friends. She said your friends ain't. Oh my God! All his friends ain't nothing on TV, national TV.
I was like, "Who does that?" Oh my God! I was like, "Yo," but you know what though? That was her calmest way that she, she could, she had to keep the respect for him, but she was big pissed because now it looks like here's my friend that was my friend for years. Okay, since we were 16, since mama left me in that house by myself, she came over there and was grocery shopping with me, living with me, being my sister, being my ride or die. And now here it looks like she on her way to my party, she getting in an accident, and I'm continuing the party instead of going to see about her. That's why Ashley was like, "Yo, you don't do that. You don't do that." But Ashley, you punched him in the gut. He was pissed too, and he handled it like a G. He did. Because he was like, whoa, come on now. I got friends. She was like, no, you don't. Not like that. You ain't got nobody. She was like, you ain't got nobody care about you like that.
You're so
Wait, I need a triangle. I cannot right now. Oh my God. Okay. Woo, child. Yes, she did. I said, Ashley, I was screaming at the TV. I said, Ashley, don't be doing that. But she was pissed. Remind me of Dr. Simone when she yelled at her husband and was like, it's not about
it's not about you.
Oh my God. Yo, I need a triangle. Okay, y'all got me. Oh my God. Child. Listen, Nina Love, thank you. I'm trying to tell you. She said no friends. I mean, good gosh, the man is on TV. Oh my God, my stomach hurt. She can be quick to anger. You know she can. But you know what though? Ashley was pissed. But come on, give it up for Ashley. Give it up for Ashley, because you know what though? She handled her pissivity well. She was pissed. But she handled it well. She didn't go yelling at him. She just threw little snipes at him. What we gonna call that, Roya? She just threw little snipes at him. She like call him in the side, call him in the left.
dark.
Yeah, darts.
They was coming left and right. Ashley was going in.
And she hit the target every time. Okay? Yes, she was like, no, I'm pissed. No, you ain't got no friends. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no friends, and walked off. Yes, she did. She walked off, okay? So she was big mad over that. I think that's the most that happened at that thing. Yeah, Boomerang, she was slinging them, okay? Slinging them. And she hit the target every time, and it did not come back at her. She was like, boom, boom. Shut up, quick. Shut up. You got no friends. So, Robin, what did you think about the party, the surprise party that she wasn't surprised about?
Right. She didn't even try to act surprised. Like,
she's a brat. She's a brat.
It's also called knowing your man. I mean,
yeah, that's true, but she's a brat.
She is. I appreciated that Quick really wanted to do something, and he was like a little boy excited about it. And so I like that.
He loves her.
He does, and it's very obvious. And I think that I don't know exactly when or how, but it shouldn't have gotten to that late in the game before he told her about the accident because she probably don't appreciate that party as much as she could have.
I'm sorry. Look, Ashley wanted to shake Quick like, what is wrong with you?
Oh, Sheila said shake.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing. I'm sorry. She said she shaked him. She sure did. Listen, he needed the ER after that. Okay. Yes. Go see Alicia in the ER and get him patched up. Go ahead, Auntie Robert. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's where I was.
Shanked them. She was like, shut up. You got no friends. You wouldn't know how I feel. Oh my God. Y'all killed me. Okay. Now, go ahead, Warrior. What did you think about the birthday party and everything went down?
Okay. First of all, it was Ashley walking in for me, not even trying to pretend like she
just like the queen, waving to her subjects.
You could at least pretending that you didn't know anything. Some kind of fake, but whatever. I want to jump to the scene real quick with quick, we're all sitting at the table talking about the issue that's going on with Jamie Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was very hypocritical of Drunk Quick to try to come for Jamie Sr. when just last week, wasn't you going off on Ashley because your son is not getting up out of the bed
That part.
by himself the way you want him to? I'm confused. So it was just very funny to me that he was trying to, give advice when you are doing the same foolishness that he's doing. And then number two, I think that Erna brings this mess up around others because unfortunately she has no control over Jamie Sr. and she wants others to try to help him see the picture that she can't get him to see. So it's just so sad and unfortunate. Um, as Ashley said, quick, you ain't got no friends, ain't no party more important than my best friend in a not just a car accident, in a totaled car accident.
That part.
Like, are you freaking
That
serious
part.
right now? We could have definitely postponed this party. We could have ran to go check on my friend real quick and then came back to the party. The people would have waited and understood. And if they
Right.
didn't, they ain't your real friend in the first place. So they didn't deserve to be there anyways. The way that Ashley went off on Quick just so elegantly and gently because sis wanted to pick him up off the ground and slam him down is what she really wanted to do.
She
Like
did. She did.
she
She
was
was
like,
standing
"You
there
little
with
midget,
her
you
phone.
don't have a friend."
She said, "No, I'm not all right. I'm not all right."
Diva, she was looking down on him like, "You little midget, you don't know nothing about a friend. Ugh, friend, you little friends. Get out
Oh
of here."
God.
She was like Nene when she was sitting at the table. Nene Ashley had to go in and take a deep breath because she was about to go
Mm.
off. And it was already a rough week. She had to deal with her mama. She had to, her book is coming out. She's stressed out. And then here her best friend is who got into a car accident. And see, here could be the other issue because you don't never know how people are going to receive stuff. Now, what if her best friend thinking like, I done got into this car accident and Ashley ain't
Coming to
came to
your
check on
party.
me.
Come to your
So
party,
now
and
you
you
making
keep taking
Ashley
the
look
party.
bad.
Yep.
Exactly. Now you
You
making
continue the
Ashley
party
look
so you come
bad.
to see about me. Yeah. Now, Juice Radio, hold on one second. Juice Radio talk show. Every time Winter came in the room, I felt Ice Crystal. She got the right name. See, you ain't right.
That's
Mm,
funny.
You ain't right. Gloria, that's not gentle. listen, go ahead, Roy. Finish up your comment.
yeah, it was gentle for what she really wanted to do. It was very gentle. Ashley was standing over him like, you don't have no friends. Oh, she wanted to use a whole bunch of other words, but she was very graceful in the words that she chose. But Ashley is giving me Monique vibes, and I'm kind of over it.
Mm-hmm. She is. I think what happened with Ashley is that from Season 1, the way she's animated and the way she's like, I'm not going to talk to people, I'm not going to be friends with people. Um, people enjoyed her. There was people that really loved her and the way she showed her personality. And I think in 2.2 seconds, it got to her head.
Yeah.
And I think that the fans were saying, even when Monique and them was there last season, that Ashley and Quick were the breakout stars. Remember, Carlos kind of addressed that at the reunion. I think Monique wasn't feeling that, and I think it went to Ashley and Quick's head a little bit, right? Like now, pretty much they feel like they the front runners on Love and Marriage DC because you're going to see that Joy and Ashley get into it, and Joy was like, "Oh, you made me because you brought me on this show."
Mhm.
It's about to go down. Okay, I kind of took the concerns about Jamie Jr. serious. His mom said he made multiple attempts. She did say that. And I think, but I think again, and not making excuses, I think what's going on with Jamie Sr. is that he's very old school and he's of that mindset. You ever had that parent like, oh, you're not sick, get up, you going to school. then it's not till you throw up. They're like, oh, okay, I guess you are sick. You can go back in the bed. There are some parents that are like that. Like, I grew up. You pretty much had to pass out. You wasn't staying home. My son be in the room. He sneezed. I'd be like, all right, I'm not feeling.
Not the allergies.
Okay, that part. But no, when I was growing up, you would have had to need a kidney or a lung before you stay home from school. You wasn't just staying home from school. No, by any means necessary, you got up and listen. My family was like, until the nurse called me, the school nurse, you staying in school. You're gonna get that education, okay? The school nurse had to call and be like, no, they sick. Come get them. And that's how I got to stay home. It wasn't just that. No, you wasn't just staying home. And I think that Jamie Sr. is that type of parent. He's that type of dad. As he was hovering over Click, she sure was. Told him to go back through them party doors. You ain't got no friends, okay? You don't know what I'm going through right now. So did you say okay? Makes sense. So I mean, overall, I'm enjoying Love and Marriage DC. I mean, it's a really, really good a reality TV show, and they're giving us the real. They're giving us the real, and they're giving us what I feel like stuff we really want to see. Family. And listen, there are some father sons that they go at it. They bump heads. And so Jamie Sr. and Jamie Jr. are sowing us this. And I know somebody told us in real time they're good. I hope we get to see the full circle moment on TV.
Yes.
I hope we get to see the full circle moment on TV where those two come together. Because I do see from the Instagram and stuff, they do seem like, yes, they're really good. But I hope we get to see that moment on the TV. So we're about to close out. We said this was an express train. Yes, Sheila, enjoying the show. We are so glad y'all came through to see this with us and do this recap with us. Okay. We always love when y'all here. We have laughter, we had fun, and I thought it was going to be a little heavier. So I feel better now. Wasn't that bad. But we are going to have a talk with Ashley. Because she done told her mother to read the chapter on accountability. Okay. Because she want her mother to be accountable. And then now she telling Quick, her hubby, he ain't got no friends. He don't know what friendship is about. So we got to talk to Ashley.
She was telling the truth. Obviously, he don't know what friendship is about, because if he did, he would have told Ashley immediately, so that at least she could have called her. That's the least she could have let him do. Even if he wanted her to stay at the party, at least let me call my friend and check on her so that she knows that I care and I'm not just out here partying it up on my birthday.
Right. I think, what, but sometimes men, close your ears, man. If there's any men in the chat, sometimes men just make bad decisions.
Men are stupid.
Yeah, that part. Okay. Robin, Auntie Robin, what's your closeout thoughts?
My closing words are, I too am enjoying Love and Marriage DC. I appreciate that in this moment, it is very real. Excuse me. I'm very happy that although she was in a car accident, that Ashley's friend is doing okay. Mm-hmm. And I also like the fact that we were able to end with one of the prevailing themes for this channel and Warriors, which is love, laughter, and inspiration. We saw the love of the people. We laughed about, with, and at a lot of these folks and their situations, and we're inspired by what's to come.
Yes, we are. We are. Listen, guys, I don't know how many likes I had. I couldn't look on my phone, but let me tell y'all this. Hit that like button, okay? Hit that like button for us. And is it this Saturday, Roy? Like, the time is flying by. It's this Saturday, right?
Likes in the building, and there are 112 people here. So I need you guys to hit the like button. If there is anybody in the room who is not subscribed to Auntie Diva's channel, I need you to stop what you're doing immediately right now. If you're on your phone, I need you to drop down from this live, and I need you to go to Auntie Diva's channel, and I need you to hit that subscribe button, because we have a goal of 30,000 followers before March the 21st. So I need have your ticket as a punched subscriber to this channel. This train is always revved up and ready. It's clean, it's organized, it's loving, it's laughter, it's inspiring with a little mess every now and then, just like we like it.
Just
So
a pinch.
subscribe, hit the like button, and share, share, share.
Share, share, share. Thank you, Maria, for those nice closing words. I appreciate y'all. We're glad y'all came through. And tomorrow night is Wednesday. We're probably going to do trending topics. We're going to see what we could pull together and do some trending topics. Again, thanks for being here. Quick express train ride. We hope you enjoyed it. Next week, come to us again for Love and Marriage Special Recap. Huh?
Yes, for Saturday.
Yes, and Saturday, Naughty Love will be over at Naughty Love's channel. They're having a nice little love show, okay? So join us there. March 21st, those are nice numbers, 321. Yes, and Juice Radio, that is my birthday, okay? We're going to have a birthday celebration on the 21st because that is Diva's birthday. So yes, you're right, 321. Anyway, guys, gotta go. Love y'all. Hit that like button. See ya next time. Bye. Oh, hashtag
Good night,
Ashley,
everyone.
we're gonna have to talk to you, girlfriend.
Hashtag adult daycare. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Good night. Bye.